Hello, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, leannepeters.com, and Temple of Balance here on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is guidance for our week ahead. That's the 13th till the 19th of January. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So I'm here to use some cards. I'm going to use my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. And what I'll be doing is I'll be using these cards to look for the best card for each day of the week, and then the best card for the theme for the week ahead. I haven't got my backgammon case now. I've got a fancy new board, so I'm going to lay the cards out there in just a moment. Just before I do, just a reminder to take on board what feels right, what resonates, what fits into your life at the time of listening and connecting, and just let the rest go. I also suggest, because these are weekly guidance now, that you come back and connect with the video from time to time throughout the week. See how things fit in as you're going. If you're on my Facebook page, Temple of Balance, I have the video pinned to the top of the page for the week, so it's easy to find, hopefully. And if you're watching on YouTube, just look through the videos and you should find the guidance easy enough. So thank you. I think we're just going to get straight into it. Yeah. So I'm not doing personal readings, of course. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust you've been led here for a reason. Let's see what comes up for this week ahead. I'm going to pause the video and set up, and I will be right back. Okay, here we are. This is my new board I painted yesterday. And I've got blue tack here to put the cards on. So we're going to shuffle. So I'm shuffling the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, and I'm holding the intention to find the best card for Monday the 13th, Tuesday the 14th, Wednesday the 15th, Thursday the 16th, Friday the 17th, Saturday the 18th, Sunday the 19th of January, and the theme card for the week ahead. Now I'm saying this verbally. Usually I would do this intention in my head. So I'm just doing it externally. So you sort of, if you're interested in knowing sort of what I do with this sort of stuff. So I'm looking for the best cards that are the most helpful for the majority of us for that time period. And I trust that the best cards that we need to know will come forward for these certain days. I'm going to pull the cards one at a time from the top of the deck. So the best cards we need to know from the 13th to the 19th of January, plus the theme card, are from here. Okay, so I'm putting these face down. Doesn't matter if these cards are upside down because they're oracle. Okay, let's see. Monday, the 13th of January. We have the penguins. The penguins are pretty popular. They keep popping up for our readings. It's card 37, the penguins. It says an unbreakable bond. This is going to be really important for some of us on Monday. So Monday the 13th today. Here comes the cat. I think what's she going to do? Oh, she's going to sit down. It's important for some of us to know that our loved ones, especially those who aren't with us right now, they might be travelling, they might be living somewhere else, or they may have passed over into spirit. It's important that we remember that our loved ones are close by, that we have an unbreakable bond with these people that we care for in our life. So we may be really missing someone, especially on today, and that it's something maybe to remind ourselves that bond is unbreakable. For comfort, it's very much a supportive card. For Tuesday, the 14th of January, we have the turtle, card 45, and the turtle is reminding us to be slow and steady. So there might be a slow sort of pace that we feel on Tuesday. things might not be going as quickly as we hoped, but we're being encouraged to just move with that that pace that we find, whatever speed that pace is for us, it's okay. So our speed may be running at 10 miles an hour. That's okay, that's our pace. And it may vary throughout the day. Or our pace may be nearly just a shuffle on Tuesday, and that's okay. So let's be at peace with the steady pace that we're finding for ourselves on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday the 15th, we have the Crocodile, card 5. The Crocodile says to stand in your survival power. So he's reminding us on Wednesday that we are survivors, that we've survived tough times before, and we're going to survive perhaps this tough time if we're going through one now. Just let's keep plodding along. They both have the same feeling here, a plodding along, slow and steady, finding our pace sort of energy. They both feel slow. I mean, they're both fast in water, and the crocodile runs quite fast, but it feels slow. You know, I see the crocodile sort of sunbathing, just sort of moving at a slow pace. So we may find that crosses over Tuesday and Wednesday, but we are survivors, and there's a lot of power in that. So reminding ourselves that, you know, let's just get through our day, let's just survive this. So what do we need to do to survive this? They may be questions that we ask ourselves on Wednesday. Okay, Thursday the 16th, we have another supportive card. This is the Wolf, card 21, the She-Wolf. She says that she's your battle companion. She implies that on Thursday that some of us may feel like we're walking through a battlefield, a minefield, and that she's going to help us navigate our way through. It doesn't mean that we're not going to stand on any landmines in our life. But the important thing to know is that this is a temporary experience that we're going through, a temporary struggle, if you like, and that we are supported as we walk through this tricky part of our life. All these cards, especially this one and this one, are supportive cards. This suggests already that in the beginning part of the week up till Thursday, for the majority of us, that we're going to need to know that we're supported and loved. We're going to need to remind ourselves that whatever we're going through is temporary and that we can get through it. And to get through this with the support is probably to remind ourselves that we can find our steady pace, or to find it and be okay with that, to not over-expect or overwhelm ourselves with too much right now. Now Friday the 17th of January, we have the Condor, and it feels like things are starting to turn a bit on Friday in a good way. Card 50, the Condor, says to expand your horizons. It wants us to stretch out our wings, but also to stretch out our vision and start looking at other options, alternatives. Look from a broader perspective, a broader viewpoint, to not be so limited. You know, sometimes we get so focused on our problems and our need to survive that we become just so, I guess, accustomed to that, accustomed to our day in, day out struggle, that we almost don't have the energy in some cases to look broader and to look wider. So on Friday we're being encouraged to really expand our horizons and look at other options, look at solutions, allow our wings and our viewpoint to stretch just a little bit more, be open to suggestions instead of shutting them down on Friday. Saturday the 18th, yes, so we are potentially, the first part of the week may be a little bit heavy, but as we get to Thursday, there's potential for things to turn around. And Friday, we have the Rainbow Serpent, card 44, and it says, take it to the next level. This is a springboarding now to take ourselves further to the next level. This card's about expanding our vision, expanding our horizon, expanding, opening ourselves up to other options, other solutions. This is about the springboarding to the next level. There's a lot of energy in this card, so there's a lot of energy coming in for Saturday, potentially, and we're being encouraged to spring ourselves to that next level, to motivate ourselves again to start turning things around in our life if things have been going downhill. On Sunday, this is Sunday the 19th, we have the Tiger Shark, card 20. This is a beautiful card, and it reminds us to open our heart. So let's keep our heart open. See, the shark's exposing his most vulnerable side, his underbelly. He's letting us see his vulnerable side. He's letting us see his heart. So we've been encouraged to let our guard down in some ways, to let our heart open and let ourselves, give ourselves permission to be raw, sensitive and vulnerable. There's a lot of power in that. When we let our guard down, we let our mushy innards be seen. This takes a lot of courage, but it is something that's very revealing and very healing. Now, could this be the first week since I've done these videos that we don't have a dragon? We'll find out when I turn this card. This is the theme card for the week ahead. We can already see a bit of a story playing out here, a bit of a journey. A lot of support earlier in the week, but then a lot of sort of breakthrough late week and into the weekend, and then a settling in, sitting into our heart here on Sunday. We may feel a bit raw and sensitive, and some may reject that. We may reject that. You may reject that sensitivity. But if you can embrace it, see what happens if you embrace it instead this time. If you're feeling sensitive on Sunday, I challenge you to see what happens if you embrace it. See what happens if you let yourself be sensitive. How can that help you? How can that help you flow through your day? See if it works for you. Don't take my word for it. So the theme, this will bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture. We have the bee, the honey bee, card 52. It says to take a short break. Some of us may be literally feeling as we get through our week that we just need to take a break. We may need to have a break scheduled in. We may be taking a break this week. Actually, I know for me, I am taking a break later in the week. Going to a concert on the weekend, and weather permitting and work permitting, I hope to go camping for a few days, which will be our first camping trip all summer. So for me, I can relate literally to this break because I'll be taking one. Maybe you're taking a break this week too, or maybe this week you're going to realise that you need to pencil a break in. You might be looking forward to one that might not come for a month or two or a few weeks, but it's something that you can think about and make sure that you make time for a break. Now, the bee also reminds us to work or live our life efficiently this week. So there's many angles we can look at with this, and we can be efficient as far as our water consumption and what we're using, what rubbish we're throwing out, and all that sort of efficiency. But I feel this is really about being efficient with our time, how we're spending our time. If we spend, for example, on Monday, if we spend our time wallowing and feeling really sad and missing someone, that may overlap into Tuesday. It may continue to overlap into Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. It may overlap into other days. If we feel grief, if we feel like we're the loss, if we feel that we're missing someone and it just makes us feel really upset, especially on Monday, what I'm suggesting, or what I would do, is I would feel that, because it's a real emotion. I would feel it fully and deeply at the time. Because when we feel a deep emotion, it's going to let us move to the next emotion and the next emotion and the next emotion. If we feel it, but we kind of hold ourselves in the loss and we hold ourselves in the grief. Now, I don't want to sound insensitive, especially to anyone who's dealing with deep grief or has recently lost someone. That's not what I'm talking about here. If you have, then sending you loads of love, and just remember to go gently as you move through what you're feeling. But in general, we can hold ourselves in that heavy energy, and it can affect all of these days. So to be as efficient as we can, mentally and emotionally, and just with how we spend our time, It's about diving into the feeling, diving into that new feeling, diving into that new feeling and whatever other feelings it might bring up. Because remember, emotions want to be in motion, so we want to move. We want to be in motion from one feeling that's going to lead to another and another and another. And it's how we then move through and into potentials like this for Thursday and Friday and Saturday, is moving into potential other opportunities, moving into an upgrade of motivation, of moving ourselves to the next level. So let's be efficient with what we're feeling and how we're moving through our day. That's the honeybee's message. There is a sweetness to life that it brings forward too, and reminds us to be really grateful for what we have and what we've had. Be really grateful for our experience and our journey. There is much to appreciate. Wow, it looks like we're in for a very interesting week ahead. I trust you have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just a reminder that I've used my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. These have been self-published and completely created by me. If you want to learn more about them, please have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. If you want to learn more about me and the work that I do at Temple of Balance, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. And if you want to explore my ceramics, like my smudge bowl, and my other different smudge bowls and different things, my ceramics have their own website, which is leannepeters.com. So until next time, have a fantastic week. I will be back for various videos in the week ahead, so keep an eye out for those. And yeah, always wishing you a fantastic day. So thank you. Namaste.